How's everybody doing? We are live. They just worked on my cable. Hopefully, we will be doing very well. They gave me a new modem that should work faster, but also they're just working on the infrastructure here. So, hope everybody is having a fabulous day. I hope. Did you all miss me yesterday? Because, I mean, we just wasn't going to deal with it. I just wasn't going to deal with it. But it is good to be here today. We are going to talk today about Time Magazine and American Science. Link being healthy to actual fucking racism. We live in a clown world. We just really, really do. I do think that people should let like C.T. Fletcher and Mike Rashid know that they're racists. That they are full-on white supremacists. That's how I'm going to say that from now on. White, because that's how stupid that shit is. It's just ridiculously dumb, like moronically dumb. But everybody, thank you for being in the chat. I did want to let everybody know you can still get our book, Beyond Willpower. Hang on, I gotta go scoop up some. Here we are. Here we are. We're going to just do this. There we go. So we've got multiple things going on. You can get No Morbidity still at the ambrosiacollective.com. You can also get it at Vitamin Shop. We are very excited to be partnered with Vitamin Shops. Alan's late. Hope he's okay. I had the cable guy working there. But you can also get our book, Beyond Willpower, the Hunger Management Method. It gives you the app for a month, but you can also, slots are filling quickly, so we don't have that many more. But you can get 3 months worth of coaching for the price of 2. We can literally start you today. If the holidays have gotten away from you and you need to build some healthy habits, please do sign up today because I'm worried that slots, we could have a rush on it. Slots are filling up. So please do. If you were thinking about getting coaching, the link is in the chat over here or in the description box below for 3 months special for New Year's. Get that right now. And we'll be... it is first come, first serve for the slots that are left. So please grab them. We have dedicated ourselves to helping people build healthy habits based on satiation, satisfaction, appropriate fitness level activities. Because being obese is in fact bad for you, and losing weight is in fact not racist. It's just fucking silliness that people try to proclaim it is. So this is Scientific America. It's like I don't even know how to approach this craziness anymore. I really don't. I don't even get it. But this is Scientific America. Oh, I'm back. Okay. I don't know what happened there. Like I said, they are working on my cable. So please do. Oh, motherfucker. We might be out of cable again. So let me check. Can you guys see me? Can you hear me? Are we good to go? Yes, no, maybe so. Let me check here. Okay, it looks like we're on. Yes, you can hear me. All right. Because we just clicked off there for a second. I wanted to make sure we were good. Loud and clear. Good. All right. So this is Scientific America. Scientific fucking America. This is on their Twitter page. The heightened concern about Black women's weight reflects the racist stigmatization of their bodies. It also ignores how interrelated social factors impact Black women's health. Does nobody realize that this is in fact racist stating this? This is pretty much stating that Black women are fat. Not to mention that it states that they can't do shit about it. Like that's how fucking crazy it is. I mean, how have we reached a stage in society where these people think that they are combating racism by being racist? It's fucking amazing. It's always just fucking amazing to me. So give me 1 second. I'm going to go to the article just so we can see this ridiculousness. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to look at it all. We're going to accept the cookies, even though I hate doing that. So this is on Scientific American. You fucking full-on sellouts, wanting people to be unhealthy. Prescribing weight loss to black women ignores barriers to their health because, yes, all black women can't possibly get healthy. It's just so fucking, the racism is fucking palpable. It's just unbelievable. Black people and black women in particular face considerable health challenges compared to their rates in other racial groups. Chronic cardiovascular, inflammatory, and metabolic risk factors have been found to be elevated in black women even after controlling for behaviors such as smoking, physical exercise, and diet variability. So that should mean that you should, in fact, fucking watch your health more. If you are predisposed, if you are metabolically predisposed through your genetics to have negative outcomes due to your obesity, you should, in fact, watch it more. You should, in fact, hi, sweet thing. I'll move this stuff so you can then come join me. Awesome Sauce wanted to say hello to everybody. You gonna come over? You gonna come up? No? Freak? Okay. So if you know, like if you have a family history of heart disease, maybe don't get fat because it's even worse. Nobody should get fat. I mean, nobody should get fat. What's up, sweet thing? No, I got you. I got you. Say hi to everybody. Say hello. She had a good Christmas. Oh. There you go. Freak. She's a freak. Anyway, black women have also been identified as the subgroup with the highest body mass index, BMI, in the U.S., with 4 out of 5 classified as either overweight or obese. That is a systemic issue that is happening to black women. It is not because they are black women. Like, does everybody understand this? Part of this issue is that we, in fact, have completely accepted this shit. It's fucking ridiculous. Many doctors have claimed that black women's excess weight is the main cause of their poor health outcomes. Fucking shocking. Holy fucking shit. No, are you kidding me? I think some fucking bald dude has been screaming in a car about that for the last 5 fucking years. Often with fully tested and diagnosing them. Wow, there has been a massive public health campaign urging fat people to eat right, eat less, and lose weight. Where? Where, motherfuckers? Where has this massive public health campaign been? I would let, like, anybody from American or Scientific American, so I got to use the air quotes, Scientific American, any of you motherfuckers that can tell me where this massive campaign, massive public health campaign urging fat people to eat right, eat less, and lose weight. Where the fuck has that been? Point to me. Point to me where the fucking massive outcry is for this shit. Anybody fucking point to it. Please fucking feel free. This heightened concern that does not fucking exist about their weight is not new. It reflects the racist stigmatization of black women's bodies. So the heightened concern about their fucking health, as we just admitted earlier on the article, that is in fact bad for them. The heightened concern about their fucking health is racist. It's a racist stigmatization. Like they literally, in fucking the paragraph above this shit, they just listed off that it's actually bad for them, that they fucking, all these doctors claim they even say that there's a campaign for it, which it doesn't fucking exist. And now, it even says that they're at higher fucking they have higher fucking problems for it, and we're racist for pointing it out. Nearly 3 centuries ago, scientists studying race argued that African women were especially likely to reach dimensions that the typical European might scorn. The men of Africa were said to like their women robust. That's because they meant that they were well fucking fed. The men of Africa were said to like their women robust, and the European press featured tales of cultural events loosely described as festivals intended to fatten African women to desired unwieldy size. Produce the fucking results. Produce the fucking facts behind that, because I call absolute fucking bullshit. Curvy, yes. Muscular, yes. Fucking little in the middle, but got much back, yes. But not fucking fat. Not fucking fat. In the eyes of many medical practitioners in the late 19th century, Black women were destined to die off along with the men of their race because of their presumable inability to control their animal appetites. Listing off what used to be racist doesn't mean it's racist now. We always knew that fat people died young. This is fucking ridiculous. This is absolute out and out ridiculousness. Eating, drinking, and fornicating. So they're just the fucking racist. Like the racism is just out fucking landish. I mean, it's so fucking crazy. I don't even fucking get it. It's so fucking bad. Later, some doctors wanted to push Black men to reform their aesthetic preferences, valorizing voluptuousness in Black women. These physical claims validated their unhealthy diets, behaviors, and figures. And they're not showing any, by the way. This is a scientific paper. And at the end, there is absolutely nothing. And the article was originally published, The Racist Roots of Fighting Obesity, in fucking 2020. So they just republished this shit to put it out. It's fucking crazy. After almost 3 years of a fucking pandemic, 2.5 years later into a fucking pandemic, they're going to fucking point out, they're going to try to say that it's racist to fucking want Black women to lose weight. I want all people to lose weight. Everybody fat as fuck right now. Everybody should lose weight. Every single fat person should be losing weight, and we should be encouraging them to fucking do so. They're eating themselves to death, and they're eating our society into burden. This is fucking ridiculous. And I'm going to say that this whole bullshit by Scientific American, if you want to take a look, by the way, when we go to their fucking thing, they got fucking crushed in the fucking ratios. 1.7 million views, 421 people liked it. And the quote tweets are people fucking saying, what the fuck is wrong with you? Here's Mark right here. Or maybe just don't want Black women to die. This is anti-science. Zuby, just stop. All this fucking crazy shit. So here's what we're going to do next. Because this shit is fucking crazy. Now, first, I'm going to point out something. I want everybody to see this. By the way, if you're not following me here, it's still Moonbirds, because they can't seem to fucking figure out how I can change my name and profile picture. They're working on it. But Sam, how the fuck you doing? I saw it. It was written by Sabrina Strings and Lindo Bacon. Fucking amazing. This is these two fat activists who literally live in a fucking fairy tale land are in fact writing fucking papers for Scientific American. Fucking crazy. But this is Time Magazine. This is Time Magazine. Living a longer life is white supremacy, because at one point in time, 2 days ago, they put 15 minutes of exercise a week is linked to longer life. 15 minutes of exercise a week is linked to longer life. That's how little is needed to actually try to live a longer life. You should get much more than that. But then about 2.5 hours later, they said 6 other surprising facts about the history of fitness in America. And the title is The White Supremacist Origins of Exercise in the United States. Can't make this shit up. So the exercise is white supremacist. Living longer lives makes you, according to Time Magazine, on the 28th of December in 2022, a white supremacist. Living longer life and exercising. It makes you a white supremacist. So all you fuckers out there, I don't give a fuck what skin color you are. I don't care how you were born, where you were born, what your parents look like. I don't care what your skin is. I don't care what your hair like. You're a white supremacist if you work out. This is the clown fucking world we live in right now. It's fucking insanity. It's literally fucking crazy. Somebody just pointed out it should be 60 minutes a day. It should be. Everybody should move for 60 minutes a day. 30 minutes is a good habit to start with, then you build up to 60. So here's what we're going to do. Now we're going to go to this article. When I fly to California this summer, and we go to Mark's and CT's gym. I'm gonna have to remind Mark and Mike Rashid that they are in fact white supremacists. Yeah, they're white supremacists. CT Fletcher, Mike Rashid, white supremacists. Do these people, this woke bullshit, do they never, ever get tired of fucking out and out being overtly fucking racist in their implications and trying to use black people and minorities to their benefit? Do they never get tired of it? It's fucking, I mean, this is how weak their fucking arguments are. If you have to try to tell people that being in shape is racist, why do you want people to die young? How is this massive push that the fucking Scientific American was talking about? How is this the big push to get people thinner? How? Where the fuck is it at? Because speaking as somebody that for over half a fucking decade, I've been pleading with people to lose fucking weight. Pleading. I have been canceled. I have been threatened. They have fucking hacked my bank accounts, hacked my fucking Twitter, they've tried to fucking all sorts of shit. They have done so many things. They've literally called the fucking police to my fucking house. I mean, they have doxed me, all this bullshit. Where in the but for me saying you cannot be fat and healthy, this is what's happened. When you complain about it, when you try to do something about it, they literally ignore you or they make it worse. And where's this fucking huge push? Where the fuck is it? Right now, we're on YouTube. We're literally on YouTube. I can guarantee you that if you go to any Nikado avocado eating 10,000 fucking calories while being a fucking fat ass fucking slob of a human being, gorging himself, saying outrageous shit all the fucking time, I guarantee you his videos are going to be in the recommended fucking file. They are going to have premium fucking ads on them. Premium. The best paying ads they can fucking find. And when people talk out against it on platforms like YouTube, like TikTok, like fucking Instagram and Facebook. Facebook, I have literally had a month ban for calling somebody fat when they weighed like 400 fucking pounds. It's insane to me. It's insane. I have been called, and this is not new. If you don't believe me, look up the documentary that both Jillian and I are in about the dark side of fat acceptance. They've been calling me a racist for fucking years for telling people to lose weight. I'm the worst racist ever out of the entire crew. Crystal and I are the only white crew eating loads. Do you want to come live with me right now? Don't say another word but yes or no. Because if you want to fucking come live, you can state your case. You can absolutely fucking come live and state your case, bitch. Feel free if you say yes or no. Say yes or no. Are we living in a Monty Python sketch? No shit. No shit. No fucking shit. Fucking ridiculous bullshit. Fucking ridiculous bullshit. So we're going to go to this article. I don't know if I'm going to be able to read the whole article, but it says, how did U.S. exercise trends go from reinforcing white supremacy to celebrating Richard Simmons? That evolved in what the fuck? That evolution is explored in a new book by a historian of exercise, Natalia something, author of the book Fit Nation: The Gains and Pains of American Exercise Obsession. Nowadays, at the beginning of every new year, many Americans hit the gym to work off their holiday feasts. This momentum usually starts to fade in mid-January, according to 2019 analysis. We're going to take care of that shit this year. But such New Year's resolutions are pretty new, as is the concept of exercise as a way to improve body health. It's not really until the 1980s that you start to have a consensus that everybody should be doing some form of exercise. A professor at New York, New School in New York. That's partly the result of women's movement in 1960s and 1970s, which fought Title IV, allowing girls to play sports. That pushback on notions that girls and women aren't capable of doing vigorous exercises because they're fragile. Perfect for reading on the treadmill or stationary bike, the Below Conversation outlines the earliest ideals of exercise, delves into the history of various popular workouts, and outsizes the influence of Richard Simmons. So let me get this right. Nobody exercised before this. Like, nobody around the world exercises. We're saying that there's no exercise in predominantly non-white countries. Like, this is fucking ridiculous. And I'm going to point out again that the article that they published right before this is fucking crazy. Rachel, would you like to come live with me? Don't say another thing unless you come live. And here you go. You have to have your camera on, but you get to say whatever the fuck you want. Feel free. Feel free. So again, Time Magazine. All these fucking people are bitches. Fucking weak ass, no conviction to their fucking, just fucking weak ass fucking people. Weak ass people. Just really fucking disgustingly fucking pathetic. Your parents have got to be ashamed of you. Like, gotta fucking be. Anyway. Yeah. So this is, again, I just literally wanted to point out how fucking asinine this shit is. Uh-oh. There we go. Look at this. I mean, literally fucking look at this. 15 minutes of exercise is linked to longer life. If you exercise, you're a white supremacist. Stupid. Literally stupid. Fucking ridiculous. Like, it's just so full of shit. It's just so ridiculous. So, where are the trolls at? You can come on live with me and debate. I mean, let's do this shit, you know? I wonder if any of these people ever heard of Jogging While Black. That's a fucking funny skit too. But it's a very serious fucking thing. He won't go live, but he calls you a crybaby. Exactly. They're fucking pussies. All of them. Fucking weak ass pieces of shit. Bunch of little fucking hoes. You know, it's probably the same two people that keep creating all these fucking accounts because they literally are so fucking terrified to put their face on camera that it's just patheticness. It's ridiculousness. It is. The trolls came in and call you a crybaby and then run when you call them out. I mean, that's it's what happens all the time. LeBron is what? Yes, LeBron James, white supremacist. Every black athlete, white supremacist. White supremacist. You know? Fucking sadness. I've seen plenty of non-white people at the gyms. I mean, like it's my thing is like it draws way too much attention to people's color. It should not be this big of a fucking thing. This shit was fucking solved, people. Not solved, but it was on the fucking way. I, in my lifetime, have seen real fucking racism. I was born just a few years after Jim Crow laws were fucking abolished. That didn't change people's behaviors necessarily. So racism was a real fucking thing. And these people fucking minimizing it by throwing this word every fucking place drastically underplays the plight that people have actually faced in our society with real ass fucking racism. Real ass motherfucking racism. This diminishes it completely by trying to pretend that being healthy, like at what stage do these fucking lemmings see that these people want you fat, out of shape, and unhealthy? Like, at what stage do you not recognize the fact that these people, in fact, want you, especially it appears that especially black people, unhealthy? You know? Go live so I can dox you. How is it doxing you if it's just your fucking face, you fucking pussy ass hoe? I mean, for real, how the fuck is it doxing you to go live? Like, you need you can't say something with your face and name attached? Really? Like, well, I mean, that's fucking sad. So now, unfortunately, that means you get a block. If you get, I mean, what the fuck? Let's fucking do this shit, bitches. For real. Let's fucking do it. Like, if you got something to say, you can say, it's just the internet. It is like, I can't actually reach out and touch you. It's just the fucking internet. You realize this, right? Oh, no, I wasn't swatted. No, I wasn't swatted. But they've doxed my company's address before plenty of times. Right? I mean, it's fucking ridiculous. It absolutely is. Yeah, a lot of trolls mad that caring about healthy bodies means all racist bodies. That's the thing. Like, body positivity doesn't give a fuck the color of your goddamn body. Body positivity should be about being healthy. I just rolled over my toe. That hurt. But body positivity should be about taking care of your body. How is that fucking racist? Anybody. I don't give a fuck what color you are. I don't care. I don't care what your fucking parents look like, what fucking nation of origin they are. I don't give a shit. Everybody should try to be healthy. How is this a negative statement? Anybody. Any of the fucking bitch ass trolls that are left in the fucking comments. Any of you fucking literally streetwalkers that are too fucking afraid to fucking present your own face on fucking camera. It's not even like we're in person. I mean, you won't say shit. You literally won't say shit online with your face attached. Why should I give a fuck? It's not like you're going to come up to me in person. You're too big of a bitch to say it on fucking line. That's fucking pretty fucking sad. That's pretty fucking sad. Pretty fucking sad. It is. Jason the Beast. Whenever a white person says anything about black people, even the truth, how it is now is considered racist. I know it's fucking sadness. Sadness. Anna's like the light when you turn it on. All the cockroaches scatter. They can't. I mean, the thing is, what the fuck? At very worst, they're gonna say shit, and I'm gonna be like, okay, you have a right to your opinion. I mean, you sound stupid as fuck, but you have a right to your opinion. What the fuck? By the way, I'm doxing myself. I have selfies on Twitter and Insta under the same name. It's so bad. Like, don't get me wrong. You want to remain anonymous online and shit like that? That's fucking great, you know? But why should anybody give a fuck about your opinion if you're not going to put your fucking name and face to it? Like, I understand that you have a right to it. Say everything you fucking want. You can fucking say what the fuck you want about me. I don't owe you my platform to do so. So I am doing more than what I think other people do. Other people just ban trolls. I'm giving you the opportunity to actually fucking present yourself to me as a person and say the shit you fucking want to virtually to my face. Not even in person, just virtually. Although if you wanted to say it to my face in person, feel fucking free, pussies. What about the BOPO people who are against racism because the racists aren't all that different biologically, but minorities are suddenly more likely to be fat? Oh no, doxing. Probably got that word from the Crybaby Handbook. No shit. No fucking shit. That's why I changed to my real name and photo. Like, the thing is, like, I get why people necessarily don't want to have what they say online affect them, but in reality, people don't. If you're not going to put your name and shit behind it, why the fuck should people listen to you? Like, I mean, you can say it, you can feel free. They don't owe you a platform. I do not, if you don't want to put your name and stuff to it, but you want to be like state your opinion, that's great. But I mean, no matter which side of it's on, you should not expect people to fucking want to actually entertain you. It's not fucking for real. It's not real. Regarding Rachel Dolez's, doesn't pretend that you're black when you're actually white constitute racism in itself. What about trans racism? What about transracial? Shouldn't she be able to identify as black? I mean, if people can identify as fucking, and I know what you're saying, I'm on a tangent. If people can identify as something they are literally chromosomally not, people should be able to get a tan and identify whatever fucking color they want. I have nothing against it. What's going to happen to Avocado in 5 years? He's not going to be here in 5 years if he keeps going. If he keeps going, Brent. Healthy in every race. Exactly. What about hungry fat chick? I don't know. Oh, the girl that's with him sometimes. I mean, it's fucking crazy. Isn't that just blackface? I believe it is. I mean, I like my thing is I think that's bullshit. It's wrong. But I do think that to a great degree, it's also like it's just woman face when people try to claim they're a woman and they're a man. I've lost 150 pounds with healthy diet and 45 to 50 minutes of racism every day. No morbidity. Brent, very fucking good job on the racism. Fucking crazy shit. That's how fucking sad it. Notice the trolls are no longer commenting. Notice they're gone. That's how fucking. These are the same people that are going to say this shit like, oh, working out is white supremacist. You're a white supremacist if you want to work out. Oh my goodness. Because fat phobia is born in racism. Fucking a bunch of fucking fat ass white people calling you racist because you tell them to lose fucking weight. If that is not the fucking envisionment of fucking racism, I don't know what the fuck is. Like when somebody says you're racist because you told me to lose weight when they're white, that is fucking racism. You're assuming that all black people are fat. Or all black people have a hard time losing weight. And then fucking and then you're fucking gonna steal fucking racism when you're the most privileged people on the fucking planet. You can afford enough and have access to enough food to glutton yourself into fucking obesity, and then you're going to pretend like you're some sort of fucking marginalized goddamn fucking group, equating it to racism. Fuck off, fat hoes. Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. No shit. Honestly, I shudder to think where we'll be in a decade with the status quo. It's fucking terrifying. We need a fucking course correction very, 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 very quickly. Like we need a very serious course correction extremely quickly. If we don't get it, it's going to be bad. Like the way, I mean, there's already there was another thing too. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can find it. While I'm trying to find it, go get yourself my book, Beyond Willpower, The Hunger Management Method. I highly suggest if you are having a hard time developing consistent and lasting lifestyle skills that get you and keep you at a healthy weight without feeling like you're on some sort of extreme diet or feeling like you're on some sort of massive restriction, we can help you. Right here are 3 months. It's 3 months for the price of 2 daily communication, weekly video conferences, and we will help you adjust your lifestyle bit by bit. Take advantage as quickly as you can while the slots last. Please do. I want to look up one more thing here because, hang on a second. Let me see if I can fucking find it this way. Me and Mark text all these things back and forth. Here it is. Here it is. Give me 1 second. Mike B, you have to have your camera on, buddy. I don't let people on without their camera on. So figure out a way to turn your camera on, and I'll let you come right on in this motherfucker. Oh, and by the way, Runblade, thank you. Racism caused me to eat steak and eggs every single day. Let's see here. And I wanted to go to this. The CDC warns of a surge in youth diabetes. Gee, who would have fucking warned people about that? I mean, who would have possibly warned people about that? You know? Like, I don't fucking get it. Like, oh, me and Mark warned people that the wave of type 2 diabetes that was coming was going to be fucking biblical. I mean, absolutely fucking biblical. We cannot continuously fatten all. Here's me. I tried to warn people. This is from May 13th of 2021. The wave of type 2 diabetes and other obesity-related diseases, and the issues that come with them, that it's on its way from the massive weight gain and sedentary habits from 2020 in the next few years will make the inflated COVID numbers look tiny, and they absolutely fucking will. It absolutely will fucking happen. I'm doing cultural appropriation at the gym, and it looks like you sent me $225, but that's not dollars. So, but thank you very much. I appreciate any tip that we get. I appreciate it. You're going to get your no morbidity this week. Out fucking standing. Please do use the code capital M, capital F, ING, capital C, capital O, capital O. Mike, where'd you go? I had a mic here that didn't seem to want to turn on his fucking camera. I wish you would have. I wish you would have. Because I'd gladly go fucking live with any of you motherfuckers that have anything to fucking say. Let's fucking do it. Mike, you have to have your camera on, buddy. You have to have your camera on, or I'm not letting you on. Let's see here. Vlad, I do intermittent fasting. Vlad, what was that? I have a hard time with snacking. Vlad, we help coach people on that at our coaching, but also no morbidity seems to work very, very, very well. Give me 1 second. I got 2 people. Hello, Alan. No web, laptop, no link, desktop. Then I'm not letting you on. I don't let people on that don't show their face, dude. So, I'm not. That is my one rule, and I'm not doing it. So you're not coming on. But Vlad, you can do intermittent fasting. I like that. The book talks about this. If you buy the book, you get into the support group. You can send me a message and you ask a little bit further. But if you have a hard time with snacking, the goal would be to stay satiated so you don't snack. And also try to replace your snacking with drinking non-alcoholic, non-caloric beverages too. If people have a tendency to snack because it's a hand-mouth thing, having a water bottle next to you at all given times helps out with that tremendously. So make sure if you can functionally do one thing. I just did a quick short video about that earlier on today, where the most actionable thing you can do about your health is take control of your hydration. Try to get at least 1 ounce of fluid per pound of body mass a day, and you will snack less. It's better for your sleep, your kidney function, liver function. It's better for your internal organs. It helps with stress relief. It helps your muscle recovery. It helps with so many things. So try to do that. That's a starting point. Would to see you collaborate with Star Sand? She needs help. She's up to 400. She would listen. I'll reach out to her because I've had her on before. So I'll reach out to her and see what I can do to help. When it used to be called adult onset diabetes, I'm under 40 and we had have no type of type 2 diabetes in my school. That's fucking. I mean, it's getting out of fucking hand. It just absolutely is. I only put on 1 pound over Christmas. Mega happy that wasn't worse. Probably because I haven't been drinking loads of water. You have, just get some water in you. It'll also help pull you out. You might have even some extra food mass in you that needs to get going too. Let's see here. Back in 2017, when I started following You spoke about the number of illnesses and diseases coming. I knew it, and I've been on my game this whole time. I've been warning people about this for a long time. The wave of illness that's already here. Like, that's the thing. It is already here. We have already started to see it. It is already taking over. Yet alone the fact that we absolutely are just getting worse. And articles like we just saw where they tried to in any way discourage people from being healthy and losing weight is in fact fucked up. Now, Mike is saying he is at a desktop or whatever laptop and has no camera, although most laptops have camera, by the way. Can you send me the link again? Not showing in my laptop, and cam will work. Sure, I'll send the link again. I'll send the link right now. There you go. Racism makes me to run a 5K in 21 minutes and 47 seconds as a 45-year-old. Run, Blade. Get the fuck going. That's fucking awesome. Hell the fuck yeah. Hell the fuck yeah. That's outstanding. Let's see. I was a ripped kid. I didn't get fat until I started eating the SAD diets. That's most people. Most people. Alex, here you go.
Hello.
How you doing?
Oh, not too bad. So I had a couple of thoughts about this whole, well, if you're encouraging people to engage in healthy habits, it's racist. And like these are the same people who make and like I study biology and I understand that, humans, as far as race goes, are not so genetically distinct to technically be different races in the sense of like a distinct subsection of a population. Like the different skin tones and things like that are very minor genetic variations. And so, from a biological perspective, different races of people aren't really that different. And I agree with the people who make that argument. But these are the same people who also make the argument that for biological reasons, people of color or, different minority groups are more likely to encounter health problems associated with being fat, and they're just more likely to be fat. When you can't make those two arguments at the same time, because if people are so genetically similar that it doesn't make a difference what color their skin is, then there's no genetic basis for Black people being more likely to be fat than white people.
Right. I mean, it's not based in reality,
Right. Like people, I mean, there may be some reasons such as like the way that people are socialized and conditioned around food that makes a difference in, some people being more fat than others.
Alex, I do want to say, Mike, I see you down there. Give me 1 second. All right. Go ahead.
They might be more likely to overeat just because of the way they were raised or what they have been, but it's not racist. I would say it's more racist to allow people to be complicit with having poor health, because if Black people or, people of different ethnic minorities are more likely to suffer from obesity and the health complications due to it, then just saying, well, that's perfectly fine. That's almost like, okay, well, we're fine with these people dying at earlier ages and having poor quality of life. That's more racist than trying to encourage them to be healthy.
That is awesome. I completely agree. It's like we've been devoid of critical thinking. I thank you for your input. I really appreciate it.
Uh-huh.
You should come on again sometime. I tell you what, I'm going to plan something where a bunch of people can come on and we can just have a group discussion. I am going to get to Mike though, because he was trying to figure out how to get on here first. Alex, thank you so much. I see you in the comment section all the time. It's great to put a name with a face. I appreciate you guys very much.
Uh-huh.
Thank you. And Mike, how are you?
Doing pretty good, Alan. It's your arch nemesis here, fitness philosopher here. I just been wanting to talk to you for a long time, and so I hope.
What's going on?
Hey, not a lot. I just, we all kind of struggle to have a good fitness.
And by the way, you're not my nemesis. I barely know you exist.
Oh yeah, you haven't seen my videos on you?
No, I don't watch videos on me. I don't care.
Okay. Well, my last video was explain how you're cardiovascularly unfit, and because
you're absolutely entitled to your opinion.
Okay. So can you put on a 80-pound backpack and make it up a flight of stairs without being totally gassed?
I don't know. I've never tried it, but possibly.
The reason I'm saying that is because
depends on the flight of the stair. Depends on the flight of stairs, that sort of thing.
Yeah, because you said on two cases so far that when you weighed 280 pounds, you couldn't make it up a flight of stairs, quote, without almost passing out.
Yeah.
And then you kind of reiterated it on this. On a second video, you kind of went into more detail. You said you were sleeping and someone knocked on the door, and you were so overweight that you had to hold your breath. You had sleep apnea, and you had to hold your breath to put on your shoes. And then by the time you made up the flight of stairs, you were just absolutely out of breath and gassed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, on my video, and you were around 45 years old.
At the time, I was probably 47, something like that. Yeah.
Okay, I'm 60. I went and put on a backpack. On my video, I went on and put up a backpack and made myself 285 pounds and went up a flight of stairs without absolutely any breathlessness and all. And the reason I think that's the case, Alan, is because you completely, even though you recommend all these healthy things, you say get plenty of sleep, try to be as lean as possibly, take your body weight down.
I don't say as lean as possible. I say keep your body weight down. I actually tell people that being too lean is unhealthy.
Sleep.
It's kind of odd because it seems like you watch a lot of my videos and you only hear what you want to hear. But keep going.
No, yeah, but no, you also say get sleep, eat plenty of hydration.
I know it's horrible.
Food, all these healthy things, and then you say keep on some muscle mass because that really helps you. But the only time I've ever seen you talk about cardiovascular fitness is when you said you kind of joked about it. You said, I do a lot of fucking. That's good cardiovascular fitness. That was a fun video, and you absolutely never recommend that.
That was years ago, and two, I stick by that. Fucking is the best cardio. Keep going.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not real cardio because, then
you're not doing it right, buddy.
So you don't think that getting a good, constant, steady state cardio workout is absolutely the best because you seem to be like for health. You were completely about health, and so you stopped doing the heavy lifting because you wanted to do whatever was good for your health to make you live a long day. And the studies say that steady state long. And that's kind of goes back to our ancestral, and that's kind of like Liver King. A clock is right at least twice a day. Well, he was right about keeping moving. So,
and I talk about that all the time. Actually, it's weird. It's like you heard the shit that you wanted to argue.
No, because you never say anything about cardiovascular fitness at all. You never say. You say, "Oh, put some muscle on, get your body weight down," all these things, but you never say, "Go out and get some good cardiovascular." Activity. You say get activity to get your weight down if you're overweight, but you never talk about cardiovascular fitness at all.
At all?
But you can go see my video, go to my channel.
Why would the fuck would I ever watch you? I mean, no offense, but why the fuck would I ever watch you?
Well, because it's videos that are critical of you, and you always want to face people who are critical of you.
And you're here right now, but why the fuck would I watch your videos, bro? I had no idea you even fucking existed. I think I remember seeing you comment a couple times, but besides that,
you actually got me blocked, because I was on there trying to explain, and you've actually got me blocked on your live chat.
Okay.
Because I was trying to explain that situation there.
No, you were trying to give your opinion. You were trying to give your opinion. You were trying to give here. You're let me talk for a minute. You're trying to give your very, very, very short opinion because I talk about cardiovascular fitness literally almost daily on these lives. So I feel for you, bro. I mean, I like when I like cultivating the trolls, especially when people make videos on me. That is absolutely fucking awesome. But dude, I have no idea why. I would have no idea why you would think I don't talk about cardiovascular fitness when I tell people to get consistent daily activity in all the fucking time. It's something I say literally every fucking day.
Activity. You say activity.
Yeah,
you don't
absolutely.
say getting your heart rate up to a good cardio type of workout.
Because in fact, the people that I talk to normally have to lose weight, and getting their heart rate up is not necessarily what they need. They need to be in the habit of getting cardiovascular work in. I talk about all the time about how my workouts are literally super, super fucking intense and consistent with very minimal rest. And there's a fucking treadmill right here. I mean, literally, you do realize how dumb you look right now. I mean, it's kind of, I understand the whole YouTube thing, bro. I get that. I understand that you want to play the game, make videos about people, and please do keep making them. I couldn't give a fuck less. But when you're going to say I never talk about something when literally the whole comment section said I talk about all the fucking time, maybe you're just looking at it from a biased perspective because for some reason you dislike me. And that's totally good too, because that way you're here.
No,
But
I like you, Alan. I really like you, Alan. And
I
you know, I'm
couldn't
tall, but
like
you're,
me,
you're a good guy.
like me, dislike me. We're all good, okay?
Yeah,
Because
but
it literally does not matter to me.
yeah, you were
But
saying
what
the
I'm
other day how you do your workouts with less rest times between, so that helps your cardiovascular fitness. Yeah, I kind of give you a thumbs up for that.
So in other words, you did hear me talk about it, but then a little earlier you said I never talk about it.
Yeah, that's what you rarely talk about. Yeah, I give you credit for that.
You said never. You see how stupid you look now, right?
No, not
Yeah,
never.
yeah.
No, very, very rarely. But I disagree with you because you're doing your arm work. Very few workouts that you can do rest betweens, like maybe squats and deadlifts and some calisthenic type exercises.
Very few workouts you can do. I
And
mean,
you also,
like. Go ahead. Go ahead.
You said in an earlier video that you do a lot of time under tension, and it's like arm workouts and stuff like that to keep your arms big. But you do less time between those sets. No, they're not going to get you to a cardiovascular level. You need to have like more than an hour of cardiovascular, your heart rate up. I think you should be doing like some the 3 cardio things that are very, very good for you are cycling, swimming, and running. And I know you're a big against running, but if you can run on soft surfaces with soft shoes, you can do some very, very brisk walking up hills and stuff like that.
So I appreciate the advice of somebody that I lost weight to not look like. So I just want to let you know, have a great day, but please feel free to keep talking, but I got to be real.
I just want to recommend to you, please
I'm going to recommend to you that you lose about 60 pounds and then come back.
Well, I'm 6 foot 220 and a bit much. My face actually is very, very fat.
Sure.
My body is, I can stand to lose weight. We're all working on ourselves, Alan. I can stand to lose weight.
Absolutely. And I'll
I'll
listen more openly to your advice when you have in fact lost some weight. Let's say that. I hope this inspires.
Well, go to my video and see how I'm more cardiovascularly fit than you are.
Dude, I can guarantee you this. I'm never watching one of your videos. Ever.
That would embarrass you. You'd kind of see, you self-reflect how a guy 15 years older than you can make up a flight of stairs at the same weight that almost made you pass out, because he's very, he's a cyclist and he's very tuned into cardiovascular fitness,
the same weight when I was 280 pounds. It's like you don't understand biology. I weighed that. The weight was on me. Like I had a huge visceral deposit of fat. That was what was like, that is the problem. It's not the weight on the back. It's like you don't understand the basic concepts. And clearly you don't, because you got a good 50 pounds to fucking lose. And while cycling and shit like that, you must eat like shit, bro. It's the fucking food.
Yeah,
it's the fucking food.
Yeah. So I've things wrong with me, and you have things wrong with you.
Keep working. But we're not the same, because I couldn't give a fuck less about you, and you seem to be obsessed with me. That's why we're not the same. So you have a good day. All right. What's up? I can't hear you. Give me 1 second. I'll put your mic on.
Can anyone hear me?
I can hear you.
There we go. I can be heard. Awesome. I just wanted to come on here to go on a rant about the whole racist thing. Why am I hearing? Sorry, give me 1 second. I'm hearing double feedback. There we go. So if anyone knows me in the community, I'm brown as fuck. I'm Indian. You can see. I hate it when people say it's racist to take care of yourself, and people of a certain race are less likely to lose weight. Because here's the thing: Indian people, or people from that subcontinent, we generally have higher levels of heart-related issues, diabetes, and all that bullshit that comes with our very, very fat and carb and sugar-rich diet. So getting your people, getting your family, getting your demographic to get healthy is not racist. How fucked up in the head can you be to think that's racist, to want your race to live a little longer?
It's so crazy.
It boggles my mind. It frustrates me. It's like, I'm trying to get you to live a little healthier here. I want you to be on this planet for a little longer. I want you to be here. I might not like you, but I still want you to be here. So the fact that you're saying people go, oh, it's white supremacist, this and blah blah blah, and it's racist to expect people to lose weight. No, it's not.
No,
No, it's not. It's not. It's sometimes going to a gym is a privilege, but working out's not a privilege. You can work out without a gym. You can work
out anywhere.
Anywhere. Let me give you an example. My father is right now. He's given up on his gym equipment. He used to have a lot of gym equipment and blah blah blah. He's given up on that because he realized he could work out with cinder blocks, gas tanks, cars. Hell, instead of a sled, he's pushing a car. That's what he's been doing because it's working better for him. It's challenging his body better, and it's like like I said, you don't need a gym. It's not white supremacist. It's not racist. Anything. Just get fucking healthy. I'm sorry. I'm a little fired up today.
I'm very familiar with the concept of being fired up. Give me 1 second here.
Yeah, I can get off if someone else wants to come in. I just wanted to pop off on that.
You can actually stay. We'll just let other people on. And yes, this, by the way, this is people are asking if you are the mod. So yes.
Hi, I'm the mod. I'm the one that YouTube does not like.
Yeah, no shit. So hang on a second, Vlad. We're gonna let you on right now. How you doing, man?
Hey, what's up?
How you doing?
Hey, what's up, everyone?
Hi.
What can I do for you, man?
Well, I mean, it's that old thing, man. That old phobic is racist thing, man. That grinds my gears.
Yeah, dude. It's so hard to for me to deal with because I've got friends of all shit. I'm a super racist. The fuck. I mean, I find it when Jillian. Do you remember when I got it was 4 years ago that they started doing that with the fat acceptance people where they were.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember it really well. And apparently, everyone who was remotely supporting you was racist too. Yeah.
I mean, it was so ridiculous, and I've never understood the connotation to it. What I can tell you is that I really think that it was initially started because it's hard for fat acceptance people to be able to say hey, leave me alone. I just want to be fat, right? Because then they're admitting to ill health. What they need to do is they have to have a quieting switch. You're just racist. What the fuck?
One thing I notice also is the eagerness to remove all form of agency from themselves.
That's a big part of it too.
I don't understand. I don't understand. How can you you live in a body? No, you don't live in a body. It's you.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I don't understand. I mean, I had people in my family die young.
Mm-hmm. I've had we recently had a family member pass away from obesity, and I know it sounds weird because of what I do, but what I do is not necessarily super popular with everybody, including members of my family, right? And it's just kind of to me, it's this hard thing for people to understand where, I'm not even my point is not even if you're 20 or 30 pounds overweight, work on that shit. It's still very unhealthy for you. But we are literally at a stage right now where people want nobody to mention the fact that they are hundreds of pounds overweight.
I was 30 pounds overweight and I felt like total shit.
Yeah. Well, the problem, and here's another thing that people don't seem to realize. We got all sorts of people fucking popping on. God damn. So hang on, we'll allow everybody to talk here in just a second. Okay. But you have to have your camera on, but 1 second. But the reality of it is people that have been bigger forever can lose 30 pounds and it not feel like that much of a change. They feel a little better automatically, but they don't realize it. People if you are at a smaller weight and you gain 30 pounds, you notice that shit. It's fresh, especially too. You notice it, right? So when you lose the weight, it's much different. So I tell you what, I'm going to let a few other people on here. Alex, I'm going to let everybody else on before I let you on because you were already on, but I'll definitely let you back on. Sheeny Beanie, it's very good to put a name to a face. And then I'm also going to bring on Sean. How's everybody doing?
What's going on, man?
So I'll just let everybody on all at once. Give me 1 second here because I want to do one
It's a
thing
party
right.
out here.
I'm just going to take the screensaver off. That way everybody can see it. So I'm just going to go around who joined first. Everybody can stay if you want to, or you can hop off. I don't give a shit. So we're just going to go with Sheeny. You've been commenting for a long fucking time. It is very good to meet you.
Yeah, I
And,
forget when I like first started watching you.
Yeah.
I think I saw like a video with you and Ilana, and I was like, oh, nice. So I just started watching from there. But that Mike guy, he really had me messed up. I'm like, bro, you really, because my dad cycles. I'm like, honey, boo boo, you do not cycle. Like, you don't, except for cycling that food from your plate to your mouth.
now here's the thing. He may. I don't think like, and just this is just like, because I've had years of dealing with this shit. People that normally come on and say I can do this normally can't. It's like if they point out the one thing that they do, they normally can do that, but they place everything else around it. And I was guilty of this for many years. Like I thought squatting was the fucking holy grail of lifting, and if you didn't squat big, you did blah blah blah. Meanwhile, not like once you actually like come out of the fitness haze, and again, like and Mike, I'm sure you're still watching, but. No offense, bro. So keep making your videos, because any advertisement's good advertisement. I'm not going to watch a fuck one of them, but I really do suggest that you lose about 50 pounds. And if you lose 50 pounds, let me know how you did it. You can come on back on and we'll talk about it. So
I was almost under my desk when that mic dude killed me.
That's awesome. I enjoyed every second of it. I've missed that used to happen to me on Instagram all the time, where I would bring the trolls on and they won't do it no more.
I refuse to believe he actually does cardio. Like, I'm sorry, you cannot be that weight and then push for.
You
can't.
have to eat a lot of food.
I can believe it.
Exactly, you got to eat a lot of food.
A whole lot of food.
Sean,
Look,
I can.
I put that twice in the comment. I'm like, really? We did it with all that weight on your back? Okay, try carrying the weight all day and then do it.
I'm gonna tell you why I can believe it. I'm gonna tell you why, because I know personally people who do a lot of cardio, like they can run miles seriously, but their diets are crazy, because they have this belief that, because I work out or because I run, then I can eat whatever I want. And that seems to be this belief in the fitness community overall that, because I work out, I can eat whatever I want. And they don't realize that it just doesn't work like that.
Nope. It just absolutely does not.
I'm guilty of that, and I'm having a hard time with it.
I think personally, I think that point of view is promoted.
I agree.
By some honestly, I think that point of view is promoted because some people, it's, how can I put this? You can't be out here solving problems, otherwise you might lose your clientele or so. For some
that's part of it. I do think to a great degree, a lot of the fitness world wants to try to find their own, they want to find their thing that they can push. It almost always comes with somebody, pushing a certain mode of whatever. It's the same thing like keto. I know people that only eat keto and they fat because they eat a lot of calories, and that's why that dude, what do you call himself? Something, I don't know, something, the fit philosopher or something. I'm sure I bet you he does work out. I bet you he in some way thinks he works out really, really, really hard. And I bet you he does do a lot of biking and cardio. But it's obvious, the obvious is that it's the overeating. Somebody just brought up April Lauren. That's exactly it too. We have video of her. There's more video of that woman working out online than there is of me. Of working out, because that's, to me, it's a personal thing, right? But I agree with Sean. I think that to a certain degree, it's promoted that way. People, no trainer wants to be like, hey, you got to watch what you eat. That people don't do. People don't they don't want necessarily to have to tell people that because they're very worried about this is going to branch off into something. But look at 2020. 2020 was a year where almost every fitness influencer should have stopped and said, hey, now is the time to lose weight, no matter what. Don't focus on your fucking biceps. Don't focus on your fucking deadlift. Don't focus on anything like that. We especially at the beginning when we didn't have as much information, we knew from the very beginning it was about fat people and old people, right? To not encourage weight loss is one of the reasons how I knew that public health doesn't want you fucking healthy. But at the same time, I was very disappointed in a huge portion of the fitness community in that it should have been our focus, as a whole. We should have been able to come together as, fitness professionals, even doctors, everything, physical therapists, everything. The one clear factor was people should have lost some fucking weight. And instead, all the actions we did in the last couple years not only intensified the fattening of America, but it even more intensified the fattening of children and minorities in America, like even to a greater degree. So what I think, like, I think you're right, because part of it is they didn't want to lose their popularity. They just wanted to like be like they wanted to be in the groove. They wanted to stay in their algorithm. Nobody wanted to take the chance. You know, unfortunately, my ADHD does not let me do shit like that. I'm going to speak my fucking mind. But another big portion of it is they didn't want to get canceled, but also most of them don't want to tell people like you can't eat that. You know what I mean? Like it's become this new trend. I mean, the fucked up thing is, off to a whole other ADHD point, but I used to, like, when I made the V-Shreds videos, like, part of what he said, like, people love those, but I stopped making them, right? Because, like, what else am I going to say? He's stupid and fucking moronic, right? I mean, super fucking pretty guy that like, what else am I going to say, right? But all these bitches are V-Shred. Like, he's one of the first ones, like, hey, you can drink a soda and eat pizza and eat a Kit Kat and still be thin. I see that all the fucking time from almost every fucking body. You know, like almost every fitness influencer does that shit nowadays. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm a big portion I do a big portion of, you should occasionally have a meal just for pleasure. But to tell people that it's okay to just keep eating pizza and it's okay to keep eating burgers, your V-Shreds just, like, all these people like joined me in making fun of this motherfucker, and then they turned into his ass. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I find funny. Like, a huge portion of the fitness community, especially the YouTube fitness community, they laughed when I made fun of him. They fucking joined in and made videos. All of them made videos about him too. And then most of them fucking became him. You know what I mean? Like, most of them, yeah, they sellouts.
You know what that tells you? That tells you that most of them wanted to be him from the get-go.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
It's just that speaking out against him became the popular thing to do. So they rode that wave. But then when he was out of the way somewhat, they did what they wanted to do anyways.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I mean, because all of them saw like he was making fucking money. Like, I mean, that's an undeniable thing. It's like $100 million a year that fucking V-Shreds company makes. They fucking paid. They're paid as fuck. I mean, that's how they can afford for every other ad for fitness on fucking YouTube to be V-Shreds ads, you know? But it's like a lot of them, and I mean a lot of fucking people, like, they fucking bitched about him, they made videos about him, and then all of a sudden they're all fucking doing the same goddamn thing as him. All of them. So, Sean, what did you want to say initially?
Okay, I got a couple of things, man. Like, first, the whole racism part. All right, let me, okay. All right, man. All right, so personally, I feel like when it comes to a lot of things in our society, with the social engineering that we're constantly under, when they say that something is racist, what that really means is that's their way of trying to take that thing away from you, or trying to deter you from doing said thing when they deem it as racist. Now, if you can read between the lines on this one, this is something that I've heard referred to by many people who are conservative as being, they call it racism by low expectations. Because if you notice, when they say these things about, you know, black and, you know, just non-white people or whatever, when they say that, oh, well, to expect them to do X, Y, Z, oh, that's racist. You know, now to me, like I say, that's considered racism by low expectations. Like, so you think that we can't do X, Y, and Z. So what are you saying about us? You know? And then secondly, you know, the second point I was going to say is that to even debunk that. Now, like the guy Vlad was saying, he mentioned that his family, you know, he come from a family, has a background of health issues and so forth. Same with me, you know, and most of it was weight related, to the point where we're talking about people like barely reaching 50, you know, checking out, you know, and because when I was growing up, I mean, I rarely ever saw someone in my family who was over 60, rarely, you know, to the point where, now back to me, I'm like 5'7" in height. And at one point in my life, I had gotten as high as to nearly 300 pounds. And now I took it off. I had got down to like 140, you know.
Wow.
But yeah, but you know, my problem is, but when I got there, my problem is that I would kind of yo-yo back and forth, you know. So, and by the way, for the free game for those listening, the hardest part of losing weight is keeping it off. You know,
Mm-hmm.
because you might somehow be under the delusion that once you get there, then, you know, you're going to automatically stay there. But no, that's when the real work begins. But I digress. So, yeah, I've been on this thing, man, where I might gain a little bit back, take it off, gain it back, take it off. But anyway, but the reason why I bring that up is to say that if you follow the rules, and the rules are really simple, not easy, but simple,
Mm-hmm.
anyone can do it. I mean, it's just simple math and just, some self-discipline, you know.
Yep.
It's not going to be easy. It's going to require sacrifice. And you mentioned earlier how the guy V-Shred would say something like, you can eat pizza and drink whatever and lose weight. That may be true if that's all you eat in that one day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because at one point I was doing something like that where I might eat some chips or something I had no business really fooling with like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it might be almost all I ate that day, which I don't need to tell you necessarily is like, man, that's no way to live.
No,
But anyways,
absolutely not.
so the point is, it can be done because I would say
Yeah.
90% of my weight loss was me just cleaning up my diet, getting my calories right.
Yeah.
But now I'm like really heavy into calisthenics now. So
It's awesome. I love calisthenics too. Plyometrics and calisthenics are my fucking Jimmy
oh yes,
jam.
Lord, yes, Lord.
Yeah.
So
Now the thing
my
is, the
main
thing
point is
the
that-
thing I find
sorry.
funny. You go ahead. You go ahead. I interrupted you.
No, I was just gonna make the final point that it can be done by anybody, if you're because the information to do it is out there. Now you got people who like to complicate it, like for example, some people will have you believe that you got to go keto, you got to go paleo, you got to go. None of that stuff is required.
No.
None of that stuff is required to lose weight, to get your health right. Because the problem, I believe, from my own studies, is that we consume way too much processed food in our society.
Yep,
Very
that's
little
what it
whole
is.
foods.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
So
The thing of the biggest thing for keto and carnivore and all this shit, people should find the way that they can eat whole foods the most, that satiate them the most. And that is honestly different for every person. That's one of the things we talk about in our coaching. It's different for every human being. Like I personally, if I even eat sweet potato in the morning, just that kind of sweet, I'm fucking hungry all day. The taste of sweet, like I can fucking sit here and think about sweet shit and get hungry. You know what I mean? And I'm on all of my supplements. I don't get physical hunger. I just fucking don't. But I love sweet shit so much that my brain will be like, hey, that's a good idea. Let's fucking get some of that shit. You know what I mean? And that's what causes me to be hungry sometimes. You know what I mean? So I completely agree with you. The processed carbohydrates are it. One of the things I wanted to say, since I've got a nice eclectic group up here, how damaging is it to brown and black community that they're actually trying to state that it's racist to be to tell people to lose weight? To me, that's damaging to a community that especially has seen a higher growth in obesity rates. It's almost, that of itself is almost hateful of the black and brown community to me. To openly just fucking lie and placate to the point where it's like, no, you're fine fat. Everybody doesn't want people to lose weight because of black women. That's horrible to do to black women. It sets people up for such failure. It sets children up. It sets children up to live without their mothers or fathers, as adults. People, I couldn't imagine. My son's 20 some years, he's gonna be 23 soon, right? I can't imagine not seeing what it's like when he's 50. You know what I mean? So for that, I'm gonna have to fucking, be close to 80 at the very fucking least. I can't imagine not seeing how his life turns out, shit like that. Whenever I talk about him, it chokes me up a little bit. But I just can't imagine that. And that's what we're doing to the black and brown community is we are encouraging shortened lifespan and increased chronic disease. When you're already as a black male for Vlad and for Sean, when you guys are already predisposed to hypertension, having extra weight on you is fucking dangerous. It is. I would argue it is almost more dangerous for people of African descent to have extra weight on them due to the increased prevalence of hypertension, type 2 diabetes, and stuff like that, just by genetics. Or anybody with that in their family history. American Indians, holy fuck, it is so incredibly bad for American Indians to have extra weight on them. But yet, if you've ever been to a reservation, it is shit food. It is alcohol and shit food. That's it. It is the biggest grocery store is a fucking 7-Eleven, and they serve whiskey right out of that motherfucker. It's to me, the system we have set up, especially where system is mostly predominantly ultra processed carbohydrate driven, that system does in fact more like it is more predominantly harder on minorities and people that are necessarily more at risk by these types of things genetically. You know what I mean? Like I'm white Italian. I'm basically German, Italian, and American Indian. You know, like it like fucking terrified me to fucking think about being obese. It should not be something that is like said to be okay for anybody, because I know that the people the way distant relatives I have that are American Indian, they did not live long. You know, and it was all because they ate themselves or drank themselves to death. All of them, every single fucking one of them. You know, crazy. Now, Alex, I wanted to get to Kashina real quick and see what she has to say, and then I'll come back to you, Alex. Okay? Kashina, what's going on?
Hi, Alan. Hi, everyone. As a biracial woman, like I feel like this is such BS that they spew that, like, you know, if you're doing certain things to be healthy, then you're racist. It's like, why can't everyone just be healthy? Like, what? I don't understand the push for so much like rhetoric of like, hey, it's okay to be fat, it's okay to be this. It's like, why do you want to be like a sloth? Honestly, like I don't understand. It frustrates me so much, and I get so hype about this because it's like not all people who want to be healthy are racist. Obviously, there's
Right.
racist people everywhere.
Of course, it's so insane.
Right. But it's just like it's like, why is that the one go to? Oh, if you do this, you're racist, or if you do this, you're fat phobic, or if you do this, you're whatever, obist, whatever. Like I just, like I said, being biracial, that shit frustrates me so much, and I I can't even express my words right now. I'm frustrated about it.
Well, the reality of it is, it's just that is actually like I always point it out every single time. To believe that, you would have to believe that like several things are true. Like to say being, you know, if I were to say you should lose weight and for that mean I'm racist, you would have to believe that all black people are fat or cannot help being fat. Like any black person that's fat can't help being fat. It is so like inherently racist. It's almost like it's almost like the, you know, ID thing. Like how voter ID is racist. So you're saying fucking black people can't get IDs? Are you fucking kidding me? How do these people don't realize how racist that shit sounds? Now, don't get me wrong. There's racists on every side of every political aisle. Unfortunately, I've met some of them. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, and I don't hang with that shit. I don't allow that type of ignorance to be in my life at all. But when people say stuff that ridiculous, it is only like it is the abuse of people for politics. I have like, again, like I'm the white business partner out of all my business partners. They all got IDs. All their kids got IDs. All the people they know got IDs. Like it's such a fucking stupid thing to say, but it parlays over into the belief that all black people or brown people are inherently fat and or lazy and or this. Like, because that's the thing. People that actually know about weight loss, people that have like really that understand it, like people like Sean's obviously lost weight, Vlad knows, like everybody here has paid attention to it, right? People that actually know about weight loss knows that there's some inherentness where you've got a bad relationship with food. So now you're insisting that because you're a certain color, you automatically have a bad relationship with food. And we all know that there's under movement. Like even you don't even need to call it lazy, but there's definitely under movement for the caloric intake you're taking. So it means that that these people think that all black people or most black people don't move either. It's so like the inherent like voicing of stereotypes by that just simple statement that's on Time magazine. It's on Time magazine. That's the fucked up crazy shit. Like society, we live in such a clown world that Time magazine and American Science are racist. It's so fucking crazy. Yeah.
Now, I guess to add a silver lining to it all. Now, outside of a few idiots on the internet and you know the liberal college types or whatever, I've never heard anyone in real life actually say this though.
Yeah, ever.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Me neither. It's always that same chick with the camera. It's within racism.
Yeah,
So,
definitely. I mean,
So
like being.
Go
Sorry.
ahead.
being like in, because I'm 24, right? So I was in college. I've been in school like my entire life pretty much.
Yeah.
So like I've obviously been surrounded by people who have this viewpoint, like, oh, you're black, therefore, and I'm like, thank you for like seeing me as my skin color versus as like an individual. Like I'm a person. Like, and it's like it's so funny because people will bring things up to me like, oh, because you're a woman, you can do this, or like you're black, so you can do this. And I'm like, I just want to help people. I don't care about the color of your skin. Like, and I look at them and I'm like, you're Gen X, or like you're a baby boomer. You know you were not raised like that. Like, stop doing this to me. So it's craziness.
I mean, I agree with you though. Like very rarely in real life do I ever meet these people ever. Mark and I have a theory that like social media is obviously so cultivated. It's not really real life. Like I don't see like it's like I live in Florida and people are like, oh my God, like they truly believe that Florida is like this racist, bigoted, fucking crazy ass area, right? Meanwhile, right down the street from me, there's a country line dance bar, and connected to it is a drag queen bingo place. You know what I mean? Like, it's absolutely, the people pay no attention to like two dudes holding a hand, one wearing a cowboy hat, cowboy boots, big belt buckle, and jeans, and another guy walking in like a dress. People think nothing of it, and I encourage that they shouldn't. You know why? Because it don't fucking affect you. You know, like it actually, like that's my thing. Like, is the tutu something I think would look good on me? Probably not. But at the same time, like it doesn't bother me that old dudes, maybe he should shave his legs, but old dude wearing it doesn't bother me, right? So like it's this weird thing because what we see from these people on social media, I mean, it's a huge portion of the fat acceptance community. These people don't engage anywhere besides their TikTok or their Instagram or stuff like that too. Like
that's
a
true.
huge portion of that shit.
As soon as you comment, you get blocked.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Alex, we're back to you. What do you got to say?
So a couple of quick things. The first was about like the whole I think it was Vlad or Sean that was saying something about the like exercising and how it's so overly emphasized in like fitness and weight loss circles. And the problem with that is, like it takes a lot to burn even a couple hundred calories like in a gym, and you can very quickly and easily eat yourself out of that caloric deficit if you're not careful. And people need to be focused more on their diet. I mean, I'm not saying exercise is unimportant. It's important to exercise, but exercise is not the only way to weight loss, and people don't necessarily realize that, which is a problem. The other thing is that a lot of these people on the internet, especially like fat acceptance TikTok, will say things like, "Oh, the way that you eat has nothing to do with your body weight, and like you can put on body mass without eating anything." And I'm just thinking, I mean, I don't know if you guys know how many like pets I have. I have like 30 some odd frogs and a bunch of geckos, and like I would save so much money if it were true that any living organism could go without eating and still put on biomass, because I wouldn't have to buy the food that my animals require on a monthly basis, spending hundreds of dollars on it, if it were the case that eating didn't actually do anything for how much you weigh. And so it's like, and these are, a lot of these people accept that like if your dog is obese, it's unhealthy. And animals like dogs and cats and everything aren't so distinct from humans physiologically that it's not like anytime you use any kind of drug or cosmetic shampoo, or it's been tested on animals with the presupposition that the animal that you're testing this product on is physiologically similar enough to humans where results from that particular experiments can be applied to humans. So I don't see why, when it comes to something being overweight or obese, being unhealthy for a dog, cat, rodent, or anything, it's all of a sudden healthy for humans. Like we're physiologically close enough to some of these other organisms where things that make them sick also make us sick.
Mm-hmm. Like I mean, it's the same thing. Like people like seem to fully admit like having fat children is bad. Like it's like it's this weird thing how they know this, but being fat as an adult is not bad for you. I mean, it's the it's the denial portion of it that always ends up hurting people. And I'm here real quick, guys. I do have to I got shit I got to get done. Like we just flew back, so I actually got to go grocery shopping. Otherwise, there's no food. But anybody else have anything real quick they'd like to add? And it was a pleasure having all of you guys. I'm thinking this will be the Friday thing we do. Like every Friday, I think I'm going to just have a bunch of people on, and we can have a group discussion about basically. And I want the discussion to be more about like the societal issues based around health and weight loss and stuff like that, because I think it's important to start normalizing this type of stuff. I thought this conversation was amazing. All of you that joined, thank you absolutely so much. Even the crazy dude, thank you, dude, for joining. I appreciate you offering yourself up to be humiliated.
Real quick.
Yeah, Sean, go.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Sean. I'll go after you.
For what's her name? Sheenie. Have a question for her. Now,
Yeah.
you being a student and all, how would you feel if the administrators in your school came to you and said, "Hey, because you're black, we require, A's. We require A's to pass this class for everyone else. But because you're black, we only require a C from you." How would you feel about that?
I would be livid. And like it's absolutely ridiculous. And like to add to this, like I'm not just like I've done my undergrad, so I'm actually a graduate student. So like I've done the same things as everybody else to get into the school, and I would be absolutely I think I would be angered and also irritated if like they told me, oh well, you got in because of the color of your skin. We're trying to meet some quota. It's like, no, you should let me in because I'm talented and you see potential in me. Don't bring me in because of you're trying to look a certain way to the world. Like it would be, and they do this sometimes, and it's crazy, and they shouldn't, right? Because there's like a study where it's like they had people go to MIT, and it's like they would have been very successful at a normal school, normal state school, but because they went to MIT, which is crazy, like they extremely hard school, they ended up not being successful there. And it's like, no, like that's the problem. Like that's an issue versus like if you brought someone to a school where they would be successful, then you end up better. Like the school I went to for undergrad, it's not some highfalutin school, right? It's just a state school. I did great there. I got like a 3.8 GPA. I studied STEM. I ended up going and working for for a bank on Wall Street. Like I worked extremely hard, and like it's because that was in my realm of what I could do, and I excelled there. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like I don't need to go to like a Princeton and like get a 2.5 GPA and end up working as like, I don't know, like in consulting or something, which there's nothing wrong with consulting. It's just not what I want to do, right? So yeah.
Awesome.
Hey, Alan, and you're absolutely right about people's perception of the South. Now, I'm in New Orleans, and I get people from out west, people from up north, and they come down here. They think that once you ride down the street, you're gonna see Klansmen and big monster trucks. That's what This is what they think. But they come down here and like, no, I never quite seen any of that. Like, so yeah, I just made that point to say that, yeah, man, people they get these perceptions from Hollywood and people on the internet who live vicariously through Hollywood, and they get these perceptions having never lived or experienced these things themselves. And it's the same with that as in everything else.
I will never know. The South is where I'm staying. I grew up in Pittsburgh and then lived in South, and then lived in South Carolina for a while. Moved back up north again, and said, "Fuck that." Florida's my Jimmy Jam. We could break off into our own goddamn country, and I'd be totally fine with it. I really would. Like I love it down here. And one of the things I love about the South, I don't think people understand, is literally the diversity. And I will say this. Here's the difference there's racists everywhere. And like I said, I'm old. I'm 50 some years old. So I remember racism, when it's like, we're not serving you because you're black, racism. And we're not serving you because you're friends with this black guy. That's racism to me, right? And so I remember that shit. But down here, at least, if you do run across racist people, you know it because they say it. They use the fucking words, and I prefer that. That way I know to avoid them. Political correctness is robbing us of the people's truths. Political correctness is forcing people to lie openly to people's faces for the sake of politeness. It does not change thought. And if anything, those thoughts fester and manifest and grow even more in a person when they don't feel free to speak them. Here's my thing. You can be as stupid as you fucking want in life. Be racist, be fucking misogynistic, be those fucking things, all the fuck you want. It does not affect me. I would much rather know if you are by your words and your actions than you fucking pretend not to be, and then me depend upon you not being, and then in the point of time when we actually need everybody that's not racist or not whatever to stand up and be one united voice, you all of a sudden sit and falter. Because I see that a lot too. A lot of people that talk about racism and a lot of people that talk about the need for acceptance and bullshit, when it comes time to actually accept people, they fucking won't. I've got a lot of friends who have been called coons and Uncle Toms and all sorts of shit in the last couple of years. Where it's like, do you motherfuckers realize how racist that is? Like, you have a fucking racist slur for this person based off of their fucking beliefs and color. Like, I mean, like,
We even have a brown version of it too.
Yeah, I've never gotten called an Uncle Tom. I feel discriminated against. What the fuck? They say the same shit I say.
I've been called a bootlicker.
I'm gonna tell you what that
too.
means. I gotta jump off right quick. I'm gonna tell you what that means when they say diversity. Diversity means only in appearance, but you are not allowed to be diverse in thought.
Mhm.
That's what that means.
Exactly. Man, it was great having you on, Sean.
All right, man.
Jillian,
Likewise. Thanks for
Because
having me.
you said you needed to hop off, so I just wanted to say bye. And please do. I'm going to have people on next week. I think I'm going to do this every Friday. I've had such a good time. Please do join us again, man.
Oh yeah, indeed. I'll be back.
All right, man. I like it, Jillian.
I just wanted to bring up the one thing. I think I mentioned it in the chat, but the one thing I find quite sinister about that article and articles like that is they're trying to tell like people of color that they can never be healthy. They can never be fit. They can never lose weight. They can never do that. Blah blah blah. Okay, they tell us this because they don't want us to pursue health, pursue weight loss, pursue anything that other than what they think we are capable of. To me, that is sinister because it's like, okay, so you're trying to keep me sick, you're trying to keep me oppressed, you're trying to keep me unhealthy. Do you want me to forever be sucking on the government's tit? Do you forever want me to be at your mercy and then give me crumbs so I can vote for you? That's ridiculous, and that is sinister, in my opinion. Yeah, that's all. That's what I remember. And now, again, I can feel myself getting heated up, so I'm gonna shut up now.
Yeah, to follow up on what I think was Sean was saying. Yeah,
I hear you.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, to follow up on what he's saying. In fact, I'm a black dude, right? You see me, you see me as a black dude, but I also live in Canada. So on top of being black, I'm also an immigrant. Hey, so is Julian. I'm in Montreal. And
man, so you're lucky. We've got Ontario.
You're in Ontario. And when I talk to people on the internet, especially Americans, I'm not the typical black person that is usually encountered. I hear about stuff about people tell me stuff like, do you have any BT card? I'm like, I'm Canadian. We don't have that here. And
it's so insulting. It's just
and even with other black with other black people, I'm like, I don't go to church, and black people are like, how come you're black and you don't go to church? I'm like,
because you're an individual.
I think, Vlad, it's because immigrants have a different mindset. We have a different drive. We have a different set of values. Like I found people my age who are immigrants have a totally different drive to anything that we want to accomplish versus people who are second gen from here. It's I don't know, maybe we stick to traditional values, maybe we stick to, hard work and don't wait for someone to give you a handout. You came here, build your life, go for it.
The way I was raised, my mother would always tell me, listen, you're a minority, you're an immigrant, you have to be better than everybody else.
Be so good that they can't ignore you.
Average is not good enough for you.
Yep.
That's how I was raised. Average is not good enough for you. My mom, when she looked at my report card, she didn't look at if I passed. She looked at if I was above the class average.
Yeah.
That
So-
was
so
the
wait.
standard I had to meet.
Real quick, Kashina, if you're there, you've been waiting to come back on. I gotta wrap this up, and I want to get to everybody at a round table.
All I
Kashina, what you
wanna-
gotta say?
All I want to do is say
So-
thank you. Thank you, Alan, for everything, for always being on and encouraging us all. And thank you to everyone in the chat always. I
Thank
I
you.
really
That's
appreciate
awesome.
it. I make it my best effort to tune in every day to the lives. I don't always get to the lives, but I always watch the restreams. And Alan, you're always on point, and I just wanted to say thank you so much.
Kashina, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'll let Crystal know too. And by the way, everybody, a special thank you to Jillian. She actually is the only moderator I have. She takes care of a lot of the comments and shit like that. That for
I
some
try.
reason YouTube doesn't even show some of them to you. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's absolutely nuts.
But I wanted to personally thank you myself. I really appreciate everything you've done for us too, because that it's something that's very hard to manage to do while you're talking to people too. And my ADHD there'll be like whole 15-minute blocks that I don't even look at the comment section when I'm just rambling on. So I appreciate it very much. Kashina, Vlad, Sean, everybody else that joined, Alex, even the weird fucker, Mike, who needs to lose 50 pounds. Thank you all for joining. I really appreciate you guys. And like I said, I'll be doing this more often. So everybody have a great day. All right.
Thanks, guys.
Goddamn.
See ya.
Bye.
Take care, guys.